There is nothing like it anywhere, and I mean anywhere else in the world. All-Star festivities at its finest. Hi, everyone. Kevin Harlan here with my partners Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. Let's get it on in the Foot Locker three-point contest. It takes a steady hand and a keen eye and an even steadier nerve to survive this competition.
For a lot of folks, this is actually their favorite All-Star event. There's a lot of drama. It always seems to come down to the wire. So let's get it on. Well, it's an event that I really enjoy, guys. You know, anytime you get the best shooters in the NBA together to duke it out, it's going to be a good time. And these guys on this roster tonight can all really stroke it.
And so we'll see Kevin Durant. 5 racks, 30 is a perfect score. Remember that the last ball on each rack, the money ball is worth 2.
And money balls are key. Got to get in that groove early here to knock those money balls down. Yeah, no question, Clark. You really want to dial it in on that first rack if you can. With this rapid-fire format, a trap guys cannot fall into is trying to make any sort of adjustment midstream. There's just not enough time for that. You've got to trust your stroke from start to finish. Yeah, but Clark, if you do miss 3 or 4 in a row, it may take a very subtle adjustment. Maybe just adding a little arc to the ball, or maybe holding your follow-through a split second longer. It really all depends on what kind of roll you're on and if you have any momentum or not.
That's 5 in a row. He better get it together. 9 points. 10 points on the board.
KD stepping up and knocking them all down.
Good for 13. And 13 is the final score. That was a nice piece of shooting we saw from him out there.
Kevin, I think he'd be real pleased with that score. I mean, it can always be a little bit higher, but that was plenty good. Yeah, I agree, Clark. He's probably happy with it, not ecstatic, but, you know, he did his job and put up a pretty good number.
So it's Klay Thompson ready to start here.
Well, Klay's dad was an NBA player, Michael Thompson, but you know, more a post player and a center. Klay as a guard, a perimeter player who's got that beautiful shooting touch.
And, Steve, you know that it's crucial to stay as loose and as relaxed and as comfortable as possible heading into the round.
Yeah, I thought my first couple of times in this competition, Clark, I was way too tense. And when I finally won it in my 4th try, it was because I really didn't have any expectations. I came in, just wanted to have fun, and I did have fun because I won. Ooh, stumbling to the finish.
He's getting cold. 5 consecutive misses. He gets to the 10-point mark for the round. Well, not his finest showing. I think we can all agree he could have done a lot better.
Well, we kept waiting for that point where he'd get hot and rattle off a few in a row, but it just never came.
Here we go with Damian Lillard.
Your memory has to be very short in this format, like less than a second. You have to put every miss right behind you. Forget about it.
Yeah, because one miss can easily turn into 2 and then 3, and then you start racing because you're worried about the clock, and before you know it, you're pretty much out of it.
5 big points on that rack alone. Now 8 points. Drains the money ball.
And he's alone in second place with that one.
12 for him. He's made all but one of his money balls.
Nice finish. Well done.
Now to 15. And he's got 15 points when the round ends. That was a nice piece of shooting we saw from him out there.
Kevin, I think he'd be real pleased with that score. I mean, it can always be a little bit higher, but that was plenty good.
Yeah, I agree, Clark. He's probably happy with it, not ecstatic, but, you know, he did his job and put up a pretty good number.
And so we'll see Kyrie Irving.
To avoid being dismissed and kicked out, he's got to have at least 10. I think that's definitely a score within his reach, guys. He needs 8 points more to stay in contention. Yeah, it's been a bumpy start. Rough going so far. 6 more points to stick around.
5 points now. Now with 6. A 3-point rack for him right there. 3 more points to stay in contention. He's got 8.
2 more to stay in it.
9 points. 10 points on the board. He's got 12 points to show for his efforts there. That's far below what he's capable of doing when he's on his game.
I guess one way to look at it is that he was just in his discomfort zone in that round.
You know, Clark, no need to even put it into words. We could all see how unsettled he was. That did not go well from the start.
And so here's Curry now.
You look at the numbers through the first part of his career. I mean, there's a legitimate case that Steph Curry will go down as maybe the best shooter in the history of the NBA.
He's got to have at least 12 to avoid getting knocked out. The door left open here. He's in good shape. He needs 8 points more. 5 points now.
Curry really catching fire now. He's in the zone.
4 more points to stay alive.
He's got 9.
He needs 3 more points.
Gets the money ball.
And now he's tied for third here.
Tied for second. And he's got 15 points when the round ends. He turned in a pretty good round right there, don't you think?
Kevin, I think he'd be real pleased with that score. I mean, it can always be a little bit higher, but that was plenty good.
Yeah, I agree, Clark. He's probably happy with it, not ecstatic, but, you know, he did his job and put up a pretty good number.
And here we go with Freak. He knows exactly what score will get him into the next round.
You know, he's got to get at least 13 here. That seems doable to me.
Well, he can't afford a slow start because at that point you start to press. So a good first rack is very important here.
3 more points to advance.
$11 on the board.
2 more and he moves on.
That ties him up for third here.
That's exactly the score he needed to get himself into third place and secure a spot in the finals. And that pushes him all the way to the #1 spot.
19 the score. That's a big 20 points. The round comes to a close, and he's at 22 points. Guys, hard to find any fault with that display.
Well, the key was he cashed in on every single money ball. 5 for 5 on the last ball in each rack. That's just huge. That saves your round.
The Beast's got to be the popular pick in the finals after his showing in the qualifying round.
Definitely, Kevin. I mean, if he can shoot anywhere close to as well as he did in qualifying, we'll have this contest in the bag.
Yeah, but, you know, one round doesn't blend into the next, Clark. So he's got to put it together again. And one thing we do know, if he's got another performance like that one in him, it's going to be an unbelievable performance overall.
Here we go with Damian Lillard. He's got to improve on his score from the last round if he wants to have a shot to win it. Six. Drains the money ball. 9 points. He's got 10. Can't get the money ball. 11 on the board. An 11-point round for him there. That's far below what he's capable of doing when he's on his game.
Yeah, he really struggled with the money balls. I mean, I'm not laughing at him, but he missed 4 of them. That's going to always make things extra hard for you when you don't cash in the money ball.
And so here's Curry now.
Fellas, 25 shots in 60 seconds, that's a lot. One of the hard things, I'm sure, is staying focused all the way through that 25th shot.
Yeah, and in your head, Clark, you start counting the seconds and you think, oh, man, I'm not going to finish the round. And then you start rushing things. So it really is a balance between being quick but also being focused and allowing yourself to take the shot.
7 more points and he'll tie it.
6. 7 points.
He's got that nice rhythm going right here. 2 more to tie it up.
1 rack left.
1 more for the tie.
Oh, that's good. He takes the lead.
Way to step up big in this final round.
Yeah, stepping up and really stroking the ball.
He scores 13 points in the round. He turned in a pretty good round right there, don't you think?
There were a few ups and downs, but overall it turned out to be a fairly decent round.
Yeah, I'd give him kind of a B+ for that one. You know, you hope for more, but it probably lived up to a reasonable expectation for him.
And here we go with Freak. Here we go. This is it. He led all qualifiers. Now, can he emerge victorious in the finals? 13 points the minimum. That's it to tie. Or 14 for the lead.
7 points away from the win.
And a decent start here, guys.
He's got 10. 4 points more to win. 2 racks remaining. 3 more points to win. Got it, and that's all she wrote. That does it, folks.
Yep, that's the winning score.
Then might as well jack up a few more shots just for fun.
And he's got 15 points when the round ends. Well, a very respectable performance from him there, guys.
I think things are so much easier when a shooter gets off to a good start, and he certainly did that.
And we've reached the finish line of the Foot Locker three-point contest. All our competitors gave it their best shot, but one man was head and shoulders above the rest. This year's champion, the Beast.
What a commando performance by our champion. Once he got rolling, the only question was, who's getting second?
Yeah, to paraphrase Larry Bird way back, who's going to get second? That's exactly right. And I'll tell you what, Clark, he deserves all the credit in the world. To come out on top against a field like that, that's sensational.
And from all of us here at 2K Sports, we're thrilled to have brought you this year's three-point contest. This is Kevin Harlan, along with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, saying so long and thanks for watching.